Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Thursday, the 14th of December 2023. So last night we had the FOMC meeting minutes. So the headlines are: Fed dovish pivot sparks panic bid in bonds, stocks and gold. Is the Fed front-loading cuts in an election year? The answer to that is an emphatic yes. Stocks, bonds and gold rip while dollar dips on dovish Fed. So it's all about rate cuts. Powell Pivot sends the Dow to record high. What did I say yesterday in the alert? With election year rate cut projection. And US stocks, bonds and gold prices were boosted by dovish FOMC Powell and his press conference. And Powell unleashes historic hedge fund devastation, margin calls galore into the close of the session yesterday. The Fed no longer cares how easy the market is. Stunned Wall Street reacts to Powell's jarring pivot. December the 1st, he said it would be premature to speculate on when policy might ease. On the 13th, rate cuts are something that begins to come into view and clearly is a topic of discussion. What a difference 2 weeks can make. So yeah, no surprise there whatsoever. Economic news today. Let's just have a quick look. Thursday, we're UK today with interest rates. They will remain unchanged, just the same as the US yesterday. So it looks like we're starting to see this change now. Official bank rate 5.25. And EU, we've got EU and thing, but all to remain the same. So that's going to support the all-time highs. So you can expect more of those during today as well. We've got a ECB press conference at 1:45, but other than that, the market continues to move to the upside. Let's have a look at the markets. Kick off with the Dow, work our way through to the metals, which had a surprising move yesterday. So in the Dow, you can see there yesterday piling on the points and going through the all-time high at 36,952. There was no doubts about that. It was going to be used to do that. I've spoken of this for the last couple of weeks. It's the only market that hasn't gone back to the all-time highs during 2023, but it certainly has now. In the daily chart, like I say, you can see the market moving there, and here's a good 600-point move following Powell's comments about reducing rates during the forthcoming election year. Again, no surprise there whatsoever. He's a Democrat, so he's going to help his pal Biden in whatever way he can. German DAX continues to move higher also, and again, new all-time high for the DAX, taking out the 16,531. Watch today, though, as we approach the 17,000 level. There could be some interesting fireworks when we get to that point. Currently trading at, from what I can see there, 16,947, only 53 points to move to the upside there to take out that psychological level, which I'll show you in the 30-minute chart. It'll be easier to see. And there you can see the line there. That's the 17,000 level. That's where the market's going. It's going to do that before I suspect that we get the 8 o'clock move as well. If not, it'll come at some point during today. The market's reaction yesterday. In the S&P, this continues to move to the upside as well. Quick look at the monthly chart. It's the only one, it's not the only one because the FTSE hasn't made its another all-time high. It did earlier on in the year. Let's just have a look. We've gone through the 89. This is the monthly chart. That figure is 4817. And that could be a 5,000 number, I suppose, as well, if they wanted to really push it. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, you can see from COVID there how they push the market. And if Powell's going to continue to talk about cutting rates, well, the market's only going to go higher. There will be the odd retracement and pullback, but that's where we are at the moment. And again, overnight, the S&P moving up. The 30-minute chart, you can see the springboard yesterday of the market driving higher. And in the FT100 also moving higher as well. Just drawing a few fibs there. We've got 89,7652. Just going to go to the monthly chart of the FTSE so you can see where we are in the bigger picture as well for this market. Just drag this over, and of course today we've got Bailey will be maybe speaking, but Lagarde's certainly speaking. So again, keeping rates on hold is going to support this market. 8,045. This was actually made in February of this year. You can just see it there. February was when it was made. So the Dow, the DAX is twice now that it's made an all-time high. The FT could quite easily get back to there, along with the S&P as well, making a new all-time high as well. So the US dollar under the cosh yesterday with Powell, because if you're reducing interest rates, it takes the edge off the currency. Increasing rates make it more of an interest to keep prices moving to the upside, whereas decreasing rates, it loses its shine, and there you can see that. But finding a bit of support there overnight. So let's have a look at the metals, see the reaction for yesterday. And starting off with silver, the market moving to the upside quite strongly. Don't hold your breath. As soon as they get the chance, they'll hammer this market back down, as I've said all along. And they keep doing that. They let it run and then they let it move lower. So there's some upside fibs of where the market could run to over the next couple of days. But like I say, don't hold your breath as far as the silver side is concerned. Gold, meanwhile, moved up very nicely yesterday, getting back above $2,000 an ounce as well, which is good to see. The question is, of course, is how long will it hold? Well, it may hold today, but we'll just have to wait and see. We're going to need more than rumours of reducing rates during 2024 to stop the metals from being pummeled by the 8 commercial banks. So let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio for yesterday. And as you'd expect, the move in silver percentage-wise was far greater than that of gold, and this is moved lower. We've got the resistance to the left, but once we get through this, we'll head up towards the 90 level there. The VIX, well, I'm thinking about it as well. You can see there that we're still down, we can actually move lower yet, down to that sort of 10 level. So a bit more on that to allow the markets to continue to make all-time highs. When we get down to that sort of level, it will be interesting to see what happens then. We can see before, when we've got down into these sort of lows, what's happened to the underlying stock markets where they've had decent correction. So again, we'll just have to wait and see. But certainly at the moment, the market's going to continue to make those all-time highs, I suspect. Right, let's move on and have a look at the basic trades for yesterday. So there was only one trade, and it's this one here, because obviously the market was waiting for Powell to speak, and you can see there as the market started to come back, I decided to take the money off the table, which was probably a wise move, because then it became sideways for the rest of the trading session, which you can see there. Very tiny bars all the way through lunchtime as well, until we got to the afternoon, when the market just moved slightly. There you go, that was it. And then drifted lower, waiting for Powell to speak later on in the evening. So that was yesterday. Let's have a look overnight and see what the DAX is doing. So we're above yesterday's high already. Expect more on the upside. I have no targets for you, because obviously we're through the all-time high. However, keep an eye on that $17,000 area. It's only 50 points away there, or give or take. The daily chart, of course, you can see is already moving in this direction. We've moved from the low of November, if I recall. This is November's. Let me just put on the data window so we get some dates. So we've got the 27th of October, and let's just draw in just to show you how much this market has now moved up. We're in 2,300. We'll probably go to around 2,500 points over the next thing. I mean, what's interesting here actually is an average of 52 points per bar. You can see it's just been allowed to creep up because nobody wants to sell. At the moment, there is no selling around whatsoever. They just want to keep pumping the markets to the upside. Maybe a different case after Christmas, when they've finished pumping the markets to get the bonuses. It may be a different thing then, but certainly at the moment, 2,500 points up in 2 months. Just let that sink in. parabolic moves do end, but there's no sign of it at the moment. Okay, that's it for this one. Let's see what happens today. I would imagine that 17,000 for the DAX isn't going to be much of a struggle. So let's see what happens when we get to this level. Okay, that's it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.